So you received an invitation for, or decided to crash, a dangerous but formal event, and a lady, like a scout or indeed Wonder Woman, is always prepared. First, recall that actual swords require actual scabbards, or at the very least some armor under your dress, but assuming you've got that covered, or that you're bringing a LARP sword with the same sharpness rating as your average mousepad, let us continue. The first step, once you're sure you won't impale yourself, is to take stock of your evening wear collection. Since, unlike Wonder Woman's sword, yours will not handily change length in order to let you hide it in your formal wear, some consideration of your options will be called for. Anything too short is going to require some explanation when there's a blade tip sticking out from under your skirt like you suddenly have a tail, so best avoid that. A dress that's too tight is going to make it difficult to stick the sword down your back in the first place, and will make it look like you're wearing some kind of weird posture corrector. If your dress has a high neck, it's just not going to work unless you like constantly hitting your head on a sword hilt. I suppose it takes all sorts. But what will work? A dress with a relatively low back, and preferably some kind of poofiness in the back of the skirt, is ideal, unless you like the idea of sticking a sword somewhere unmentionable and or stabbing yourself in the posterior. If your sword is made of metal, and you're wearing armor or a scabbard, of course, recall that it will be heavier than a replica, and look for a dress with some kind of structure in the bodice, so that you don't rip a seam. Thin, flimsy fabric is not your friend here. Having chosen your dress, be careful not to rip any of the layers when putting your sword in position, especially if you wore that dress to prom, or prom equivalent, and maybe that was over a decade ago and you feel sentimentally attached, so let's not mangle the expensive fabric, that's all I'm saying. The result of these wardrobe-related machinations should be a dress with an interesting accessory in the back that can be used should baddies be in attendance. In this case, providing said baddies are also using latex weaponry. I don't know how you spend your weekends. You are well prepared. However, if you have trouble with this method of weapon storage, maybe you should try something a bit less ambitious, like a fake hilt attached to the top of a dress, or a dagger in your handbag, or just a collection of very sharp accessories. Good luck.